Without further ado, let us say hello to the one and only Valerie Lareda. She is here. Team is here as well. Hello, Valerie. I'm going to take off my headset. How are you? We're hugging it out.
We're hugging
wow, we're hugging it out.
Thank
so
you
nice
for
to meet
having
you.
me.
Thank you for coming. Please have a seat. I appreciate it. A lot of buzz, a lot of anticipation, a lot of excitement, a lot of intrigue as to why you are here. Thank you for doing this. How are you?
I'm so excited. I've been waiting for this day for so long, Ariel.
Okay.
It's finally here.
To be on my show, you've been waiting all these years.
To be on your show
this is your moment.
This.
I thought just the big moment was to come on the show. This was...
Yes, that too, because I haven't been on your show since 2019.
Yes.
Since my first professional fight.
Bellator fight, right?
And we did it through Zoom, and I was in New York.
Oh, that is weird. Why did we do... But wait, I was with ESPN, I think, at the time, so I was far away. So you didn't want to come to Connecticut, I understand. I did see you in Texas,
yes,
outside the stadium, outside of WrestleMania, and there was some buzz that weekend that you were doing like some tryout stuff for WWE, correct?
Yeah.
And so let's not beat around the bush, Valerie. What are you here to announce? What's the big news? You've been teasing big news the last couple of weeks on Twitter. You seem a little nervous right now. Dare I say a little emotional?
Yeah.
The floor is yours. What do you want to announce to the world?
I have now become the first Cuban-American woman, and I am now a WWE superstar.
Wow. Congratulations.
I'm really excited, and I've dedicated my whole life to martial arts, you know, and I feel like everything has come to this moment, and this is my opportunity to showcase my culture and show the world the entertainer that I am.
I appreciate you coming on and announcing this. Congratulations. I'm very happy for you. Obviously, this means a lot to you. Could I ask, why are you so emotional right now?
I'm emotional because I've really worked very hard my whole life. I've had a very hard upbringing, you know, and every day I've always just believed in myself and just trained hard, just hoping to make it to the next step and just chasing a dream that I've had in my heart since I was a baby, and just a feeling of pulling. And my first break was with Bellator, and Scott Coker and Mike Hogan, Rich Chow, they believed in me when I was 19 years old. And my first professional fight was without shin guards at the Mohegan Sun opening a main card, you know, and they gave me the opportunity to brand myself and build this platform and show the world the fighter I was and do my dances and just be me, you know, and now I'm making this transition and my mind has shifted, but I know what I'm gonna do in the WWE, and I'm just really excited to start my journey.
Are you done with MMA?
Yes.
That's it.
My mind has completely shifted from MMA to the WWE, and all that passion and energy I have for MMA that I worked for 5 years, I'm now doing that in the training facility in Orlando. I love fighting, but this is my time, and I'm turning 24 next month, my first day as an employee of the WWE at the facility, and it's the best birthday gift I can ask for.
How did this all come about? Did they reach out to you? Did you reach out to them? How did the wheels, you know, kind of get in motion here?
So my manager, Abraham, was talking to them over an NIL deal with AJ Ferrari, and my name came in the mix. And they invited me over to WrestleMania. And, you know, I had just fought in November, and my mind is so set, fight. And Abraham just said, just come and watch. I've never been to a WWE show. And Ariel, the moment I stepped in that suite and I saw this organization, I saw this production, and I just saw the professionalism and the fans and everything, I got goosebumps the same way I did when I went to start MMA, and I just knew this was my destiny. It's everything I love put together in a ring, and I was born for that.
Because you love, like, being a, you know, a show woman, like putting on a show, all that type of stuff.
Well, there's stories from when I was little, like 5 years old, 6 years old in Disney, you know, there's lines for the rides. And I would make everybody stop and say, show the Valerie. And I would do a taekwondo form, and then I would do a dance. And I just wanted people to watch what I knew and what I was passionate about. So I've been mixing that since I was a baby, and I've always competed in taekwondo, posted my pictures, posted my little bikini pictures, but been training hard for an event, a US Open, etc. And then I transferred that into MMA, and then now it's like I have glamour, I have entertainment, I have like this production behind me, and it's just I was born for that ring.
So did you ever like, were you a fan growing up of wrestling, of pro wrestling? I know martial arts have been a huge part of your life, your father's life, your family's life, but were you a fan of WWE when you were growing up?
So I always knew of the WWE, but I'm an extreme girly girl, and I was a taekwondo fighter, but I was also a dancer. My mom always had me active, so I never really got to sit and watch a lot of shows. But I always knew that deep down the line, that could be an opportunity for me if it presented itself. I just didn't know how soon it would come.
Okay.
You know? So I love WWE. I wasn't necessarily like watching it every week, but I always knew that I could do something there.
Now, you go to WrestleMania, you watch it, you see the glitz and I mean, that's the pinnacle, right? That's their Super Bowl. I watch it too. I love it. I've been a fan my whole life. I couldn't imagine going into the ring. I'm not tough enough. Once you go in the ring, I've heard this from a lot of people, like, it's a lot tougher than people think. On your body, it's supremely tough. People like to say it's fake. It's scripted, but like, you are putting your body through the ringer. I know you've been to Orlando. You've now gotten your feet wet a little bit. Is it tougher than you expected? The ropes, the mat, when you fall. I mean, this is physical stuff.
It's extremely tough. For me, it's actually harder than MMA. But my first bump, I just knew I could do it. It's weird, like I have this just feeling in my gut, and my first bump, my first face bump, the rolls and stuff, hitting the ropes, I just fell in love with it, and I knew I could do it. It's tough. It's a very hard transition. It's very different than what I'm used to. But if you could just rewire your brain and change your mentality and realize what this is and how to be the best at it, you know, you will be successful.
How many times have you been there now at this point?
Once.
Just once?
So yeah, that was my tryout.
Okay.
And
wow.
actually, when I left WrestleMania, I just wanted to try it. I want to try it. You know, they hadn't offered me anything. I said, Abraham, even if I have to fight 5 more times, break my face, I will do whatever it takes to get this opportunity. You know, I was always fight, and then one day an opportunity will come. I left WrestleMania, and I just decided to just roll and do very basic things. That's when I first started training, and I said, well, if I'm gonna get this opportunity, I'm gonna cut weight like a fight. Like, I'm gonna take this serious, because this for me is an opportunity of a lifetime. So I started training a little bit, and then my week of my trial in Orlando came, and I was so nervous. I attended the NXT show, and I was like, wow, I could start here. You know, my sister goes to UCF in Orlando, so it'd be an easy transition for me to live. And then the training came, and they pushed me so hard, but I learned so much, Ariel, and I didn't want to leave. And literally on Friday, I said, Abraham, like I was crying, can I just stay here? Every week I'm not here is a week less that I'm learning, you know? There's nothing for me in Miami anymore. This is gonna be my job now. I wanna do this, you know? But no, I had to go home, and there's a lot of things that happened, but I just stayed close to my weight. I kept doing conditioning and stuff, but I'm gonna trust the WWE way and their trainers, and I'm looking forward to going to Orlando and starting my journey with how they say.
How nervous were you?
At the tryout?
Yeah.
I was nervous, but I had my sister with me, and my sister's always in my corner, and she's like, Valerie, you could do this, you could do this, and I just pushed myself, and that was the most professional I've ever prepared myself for anything in my life, and I'm just so happy that it came true for me.
And do you remember who was the guy trying you out? Like sometimes it's these famous old-time wrestlers. Who was your coach, so to speak?
It was more of, they just threw me in with the NXT girls.
Oh my.
And Adapt.
Were they nice to you?
They were so nice to me.
They weren't mean? It wasn't like cutthroat?
This is different than MMA. Like,
okay.
MMA, you're used to everyone in front of you, competition, kill.
Yeah.
This is more like a friendly environment. Everybody's helping each other get better. It's a different dynamic, you know? But since I've done other sports, I understand that type of teamwork and stuff. But I was with Coach Smiley the whole time, and he was amazing with me, and he taught me so much, and we stayed in an open ring after for like 2 hours, and we just worked, and he taught me stuff, and he taught me like different things that would work with my style. But the girls were great, and I got closer to Nikita. She's one of my closest friends.
I saw your picture. Sorry, it's in my throat.
Nikita, I love her, and I when I first started watching NXT, she's the one that stood out to me, and then we became close friends. So I'm really looking forward to living there and just working with her and seeing what happens.
And when you went to the NXT show, what was it like? Because it's different than WrestleMania, right? You go to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Excuse my throat. Something just got in my throat. I'm emotional too.
Yeah.
When you went to NXT, what was that like for you?
I just like it was amazing. It's like the energy in there is just the fans of the WWE are just like no other. You know, and I just could picture myself in that ring and just beginning my career there and excelling there. And I don't know, I just loved how everything rolled and the stories. And I've been learning a lot and watching every week now.
When you were there, that was like a month or so ago, right?
I believe so.
Had you already signed?
No.
When did you sign?
Yeah, like Monday
Monday.
in Abraham's office.
Wow. What was that like?
I know. I mean, the moment I signed that paper, I knew that, you know, I'm retiring from martial arts. So for me, no one understands me and why I take this so to heart. But when you do something for so long in your life and then an opportunity like this happens, it feels like my dreams are coming true.
So it was a little bit of happiness, sadness too. That
It's
chapter
both.
was.
You know, I'm always going to train. I'm a fighter. I'm always going to train and work out, and I'm training my sister now in MMA and stuff. But it's a bittersweet feeling because I'm closing one chapter for a bigger one, you know?
And I know I'm kind of putting the cart before the horse here, but will you be known as Valerie Loredo over there as well, or do they come up with a new name for you? How does that work?
I don't know. Right now, I just have to go to the Institute, just work hard, prove myself, and I'm going to trust what they say. I would love to have Loretta in some part of my name.
Yes.
Or Cuban or Latina, something, because I am the first Cuban-American woman. And for
Wow.
me in itself, that is just like, just knowing I'm honoring my grandparents that were immigrants from Cuba. I'm a first-generation American. And they came here to give me the American dream, and now I'm going to give back to them.
That's incredible. Have you been to Stamford? Did you go to the offices? That's where
No.
the headquarters
No,
are.
no, I
you
haven't
didn't go over there.
haven't been.
And so when did you move to Orlando?
I moved the day before my birthday.
Wow.
My
And when
first day as a WWE superstar is on my 24th birthday,
is that?
July 19th.
Oh, I'm Cancer baby too.
You're a Cancer?
July 8th.
So you're emotional like me.
See, you see me here with my
That's
throat
weird.
and everything. I get very emotional, but I am emotional. I dropped my kids at summer camp last night, and I was crying the whole time.
I
It
would
was
too.
it was very tough. It was very hard. And so now you're gonna go over there. Do you go like how does that work? 5 days a week? Like what
Honestly,
what is
I
the
think
schedule
it's-
like?
I think it's 5 days a week. I don't
It's
even know.
intense. And so it's someone like you have a coach that tells you basically like you're training at ATT, right? There's someone who
Yeah.
guides you along the
It's
way.
like a fight camp.
Yeah.
You're in camp just all the time.
And what's the process? Like how long before we'll see you on TV? How does that work?
I have big expectations for myself, but you know, hopefully by the end of the year, I'll be on live TV. Hopefully within a year, if I work hard, I will be on main roster. But it's just depending what they say and how well I develop and improve and how quickly and if they think I'm ready and I trust them.
Do you want to be a good guy or a bad guy?
A
Baby
good
face?
guy.
You
I
wanna-
want to be a baby face.
Really?
Yeah.
Why? I feel like it's more fun to be a heel.
Yeah, but I am a baby face at heart. Like,
Are you?
I'm so
Okay.
girly and stuff, but I just also know how to transform and like flip the switch, you know? I feel like it would be a good character for me.
You've been watching the product, I'm assuming now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of the women, who impresses you? Who do you like? Who are you a fan of? Who do you kind of look up to?
Well, Charlotte Flair, hands down, you know, she actually followed me and DM'd me.
Wow.
And
What'd she
also-
say? What'd she write?
She just said, congrats, good luck, etc. And then when I went to my tryout, I was like, oh, I'm here, I'm nervous. She said, no, it's okay, you'll be good. Tell Coach Smiley I say hi, just super nice. And I've been watching her for a while since I realized I might transition into WWE, and I just think she's just amazing at what she does, and I would love to be an entertainer like her one day, but definitely Charlotte Flair.
So she's your favorite.
Yeah, she's my favorite.
You've seen Ronda?
Yes.
You like how she's transitioned over from
Yes,
MMA?
I do. And Ronda has always been an inspiration to me because without her, I wouldn't be here today. You know, Ronda paved the way for women's martial arts, and for that, like, I will always thank her. You know, and I love the way she did the transition, and definitely she's someone I look up to her journey, but I will have my own path, and who knows what could happen in the future.
Now, as you know, it's not just about like the athleticism and the bumps on. Like you have to be good on the microphone too. How comfortable do you feel cutting promos, doing all like the acting, that part
Yeah.
of it?
Well, my dad, I don't know if people, but he was an actor in the movie Only the Strong.
Okay.
He's always loved like that. He did like the stunt scenes and the fight scenes and stuff. I was always like a dancer doing like shows and stuff in my elementary school. And also I was a broadcast journalism major.
You were?
Yes.
So was I.
Oh, really?
We have a lot in common, Valerie.
This is what I thought I would be doing
Yes.
one day.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what you on what level?
When I
About
was
what?
in-
What was
when
your
I
dream?
In high school, I started the broadcast journalism program there. And that's when I
You started it?
I started at my school.
Really? Like you
I
founded
was the
it?
first class.
Really? Wow. Okay.
With my teacher, Ellie. But I started it there, and that's when I first learned like mic skills. I learned production, camera, B-roll, like stand-ups,
Yeah.
etc. I got a lot of experience. And then somehow that helped me in Bellator, because in Bellator I was a fighter, but a lot of people don't know I was always like, I wanted to be like knowing what was going to be posted and created and what's going to be cut. And I would always say, cut this with this and like put this video here. Like I love production, you know, and I guess that's how my social media grew too, because I just like people showing authentically who I am and storytelling the way that my vision comes to life. So then I was that, and then I did, I was at FIU, broadcast journalism major. Then I went online because I started pursuing MMA and I couldn't go to class. And then I transferred to UF, and now I'm on a little break, but I'm a broadcast journalism major at the University of Florida.
Wow.
Sports journalism.
Sports journalism. Do you want to do you care to get the degree? Is this something that
Yes and no, but I just do so much every single day.
Right.
And right now, I just really want to focus on the WWE.
Yeah, no, that is fair. By the way, speaking of the social media,
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite the presence you have over there, to say the least. Now, I know you've talked about this. People sometimes try to discredit you. They try to say that you don't take it seriously, that you do IG model and this. Does it ever get on your nerves, under your skin, that people are trying to take away from what you've built or your path or things, your credibility based on what you are kind of putting out there into the world?
The way I think about it, number one, I don't read any of my comments or like none.
None of it?
No.
It's
I
tempting, no? It's right there.
No, I don't look at that. There's no need. I post what I want to post for myself, and that's it. But I just feel like they just don't know. They don't know I was 22 years old. They don't know how young I am, that I'm in the beginning of this sport. I chose to debut on a platform that the world would see me right off the bat. You know, I chose for the world to see my MMA journey, see me win, see me lose. I knew what I was getting into. So that doesn't bother me. And now I'm like, I just don't care. I'm myself. I'm gonna work very hard, and the world is gonna see the entertainer and just woman I am in general.
Will you keep that up now that you're with WWE?
Of course.
Yeah, they're okay with
Yes.
that. I don't know how that works. Yeah,
I mean, they know everything about me.
Yeah.
You know, and I brand myself in a way like when I post, I don't post for anyone. I post for myself because I work very hard to look the way I do and maintain myself. In MMA, I'm constantly getting hit, scratches on my face, like bruises everywhere. Like throughout the week, I have a hair in a bun like this with a huge knot, and like my face is all scratched and messed up, like 3 eyelashes. So for me, I just feel like they don't know. I will plan one day where I get dressed pretty and, you know, I feel good about myself. But definitely it's going to continue now, just in a different way. You know, I'm not an MMA fighter anymore. I'm a WWE superstar. And I'm going to show this world the Latina culture that really there hasn't been seen much of before, you know? And my goal with them is to inspire young Latina and all girls who also come to the United States from a family of immigrants that this is the American dream. If you work hard and have good work ethic, you know, believe in yourself, don't listen to what anyone says and follow your passions, your dreams can come true.
this is quite the promo right here that you're cutting right now. I mean, I feel like this could be the introductory promo when you.
To you from my heart.
I know. Well, that's the key. You have to be authentic, right? That's what people sometimes don't like about certain characters, where it feels like they're playing a character.
Yeah.
If they let you be you, I feel like that will be the key to your success.
Yeah. I trust them, but I definitely want to have something to me. I am a fourth Dan master. Taekwondo, you know, like I have a big background there. And MMA, I know what I'm doing. Jiu-Jitsu, I know what I'm doing now. I had no option, you know? So I'm just gonna just be me, keep doing my dances, like keep doing like what makes me happy, and that will rub off on everyone.
Part of the appeal to stop fighting, you don't want to get punched in the face anymore. I mean,
I
like,
don't care about that.
Black eyes? No?
I've never cared about that. That's not why
Nose
I'm
breaks.
fighting. No, I don't care about. Before every fight, I would take a picture of my nose this way, this way, this way. So if like they break it, then a doctor puts it back exactly how it was. You
Right.
know. The only thing that kind of bothered me was this eye cut.
Uh-huh.
This one was bad. There was 25 stitches in and out of the muscle, and it happened sparring, like training. Just so stupid, and that bothered me because in a fight, that's a very like open spot. That's my jab eye, so I just didn't want that to reopen and stuff. And it's a scar. I don't like scars.
okay,
But
okay.
other than that, I'll do anything for my dreams.
Now, what about ATT? Have you said goodbye to them yet? Are you going to stop by? How's that going to go down?
ATT, I'm always welcome to train there, and they told me I'm always welcome back. But I did tell my coaches, look, this opportunity presented itself, and I thought about it a lot, and I'm gonna go this route. And I've been in ATT since I was 18 years old.
Wow.
And I saw people come and go there. And for me, watching Joanna retire, I cried so much because she is my true role model in mixed martial arts as a fighter, but also as a woman. And she always like made me believe in myself. And she's just such a boss and so amazing. So I'm definitely gonna miss her. But my journey with ATT, I did 5 pro fights with them, 1 amateur one. They got me as an amateur.
Wow.
And I built myself there, and that's my home forever.
Yeah, I saw you were posting a lot about Joanna when she
Yeah.
retired and whatnot.
Yeah.
Is she one of those fighters that took you under her wing?
Mm-hmm.
And why was she so kind of instrumental and important to you? Like, what was it about her and what she said to you or did for you?
Because Johanna's cool.
Yes,
Like,
she is.
She's so cool. Like, she's a beautiful woman. She's an amazing fighter. I would say, JJ, you don't get nervous. No, own the moment. Own the moment. So every time I walk into cage, I'll think of that. Valerie, own the moment like JJ. But I couldn't. Like, JJ just, she loves it. Before my fights, I would get so nervous, you know. But her training, us training together, that's my favorite person to train with ever because like she hits you hard, you know, and she doesn't get mad when you hit her hard back. It's one of those people that you love sparring with and training with because like they don't get mad. Like you go hard because you know you have to train like that. But her work ethic is just incredible. She's just all over the place. Like she does her modeling, she does her movie stuff, you know, and I don't know, she just told me that she could, like you could do it all, you know, and you're not limited to one box. It's not just fighting, you could do everything, and she proved it day in and day out.
You mentioned at the beginning that you've had a tough upbringing, and that's why you were a little bit emotional here about everything you've been through to get to this moment.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your upbringing? Why was it so tough?
Okay, so my grandparents came here from Cuba when my mom was 8 years old, and my grandparents from my dad's side, my dad was born in Venezuela, but from a family of Cubans, and he just went to Venezuela because he got promoted to vice president of Pepsi Cola.
Wow.
And then my dad came here when he was 14 years old with his sister, and then my parents met here in Miami, but I come from a first generation, and then my whole life, my dad had a martial arts school for 30-something years in Miami. My mom was, you know, the batonette, like the dancers with the baton. that
Yeah,
they would
oh,
throw
wow,
it.
yeah.
My mom was the captain, whatever, but my mom always loved, like, glamour and TV and entertainment. So when I was born, I'm the firstborn. I have 2 little sisters. I was put extremely into Taekwondo because my dad wanted me to be an Olympian, and my mom wanted me to be a well-rounded woman. So I did both, and I never had time. Every single day for my whole life, I threw a kick. Like, there's not one day I would be in my dad's gym for like 8 hours every night. And I was always chasing a dream, and in that moment, I thought it would be the Olympics, that's how the world was going to recognize me. And I didn't make it to the Olympics because throughout my training and stuff, my mom got diagnosed with AML leukemia. And that's when all of our lives changed, and we realized what really mattered in our lives was health, you know, and my mom. And I remember I was in high school at that time, and my mom was in the ICU, like dying. And I had to give up everything, had to raise my 2 little sisters, you know, had to take them to school. The first time I drove was taking my mom to a hospital. Just our whole lives stopped. And I didn't know if my mom would live, right? And then my mom relapsed twice, and then she had a bone marrow transplant. And yesterday was her 6-year transplant birthday that the University of Miami Sylvester gave her because she was born again.
Wow.
So I remember when my mom was in the hospital and stuff, I would always say, Mama, one day I'm going to be so big and you're not gonna have to work anymore, and you're gonna go with me everywhere, and I'm gonna win Dancing with the Stars. I'm gonna do everything that you've ever dreamed of with me, you know? And then I saw MMA and I said, this is the way I'm gonna make it. And the world's gonna see me. And I'm a tough fighter. My dad trains me like that, you know? I had nothing given to me easy. I said, I'm gonna take one for the team. I'm gonna do this for my family. I'm gonna get my name out there. I don't want us to suffer anymore. I don't want us to suffer financially. Like, I don't want us to suffer with health anymore. I wanna give my mom everything she deserves because my mom is such a good person. And then I fought MMA. I started winning, and my mom was scared. You know, she didn't want me to do that. This is scary for any parent. I said, Mom, I'm doing this. I'm going to make it one day. I promise you, Mom. I've told us I was little, Mom, I'm going to make it one day. And then now when the WWE offered me a contract, she just was crying so much because she knows that this is my avenue and this is what I'm really good at.
Wow.
But my family has had it really tough, and my two little sisters too, and I'm doing this for our legacy because we deserve it. We're good people. We come from nothing, and everything my parents had and didn't have, they sacrificed it to give us a private education, to make us well-rounded, you know? My mom is a teacher. She makes like nothing every year, and just, it's very hard to see how hard she works, and I just want them to live well because we've suffered too much, and I'm gonna take this family forward. I'm gonna create this path, and I just want to make it so big for all of us, you know?
How is she feeling now?
She's good. She's good. She's here with me.
Oh, wow.
I brought her to New York because yesterday was her cancer birthday, so we went to dinner last night. And now she's here with me, and I'm just so happy that she's alive to see this because I would be nothing without my mom, you know?
Do you need, thank you, Abe, if you want some, so I didn't want to, ruin the makeup
I'm
or everything.
sorry.
If you need water, do you need water?
I'm good.
Okay. Good to see you, Abe. And I appreciate you sharing this. And I know, but
I feel like people need to know. People don't know me.
Yes.
People don't know. They think I'm just an Instagram girl. Do you know how hard I've worked my whole life? You know how hard I've gotten hit my whole life? You know how many competitions, how many sparrings, how many trainings? Like, people don't know me. And that's what hurts me. Not the social media, the fact that people don't know me yet, because if they knew and understood my story, that I'm just a young girl with a dream, I will do anything to make that happen. They would be different with me, you know? And hopefully now with the WWE, since it's so global, people will see me for the hardworking woman I am. Because never one day in my life have I stopped and not trained. I've not had a dream. These past 6 weeks since that tryout is the first time in my life I could sit down, I have no fight, I don't have to cut weight, I don't have something coming up. It's like so weird. I didn't know what to do. I was, Mama, ¿qué hago? What do I do now? Like, my mom, Valerie, relax, that you're gonna start working very hard. Relax, this is your time up. I don't know what that is. And now, like, I'm excited to be here, announce this. I'm excited to move and just work hard, man.
that's why I was asking about like the criticism that you get sometimes,
Yeah.
because, you've been through
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah.
And that's why I was wondering if it bothers you
Yeah.
at times.
It's just, people don't know me. And if they knew, one day there will be a movie on my life and my story and what my family has really been through, the craziness. Like, if they understood, they wouldn't be like that. I'm just a 23-year-old girl chasing a dream that's worked very hard, that fought in MMA. After 3 amateur fights, I said I could do this, I could do this, I could do this. And I just wanted to be in a big stage already because I knew I could do it, you know? I chose to face adversity in front of people. Like, I did this to myself, and people saw me in there and they fell in love with me because I was me, you know? I was mad, I was angry, I was screaming, I was like doing like my dances, like, I don't know, my platform grew because I just didn't care what anybody ever said about me. I didn't care. Like, you think I can't take cute pictures and also fight? Like, that's stupid. Like, as a woman, I'm limitless. Like, I truly am. I'm not boxed to one thing. I believe I could be successful in any avenue I put my mind to.
You mentioned like, you're going to do this for your family. You're going to get everyone a better life. For your mom. That's a lot of pressure to put on yourself. is this too much pressure that you're putting on yourself? Like you know, like all that will come with success.
Yeah.
But when you're trying to do this for everyone, that's a lot to put on young shoulders.
I have been doing it for a while now, and that's the only thing that makes me happy is being able to take care of my mom. It's the
Okay.
only thing that makes me happy. I don't care about anything for myself. I just care about taking care of my mom.
Can I ask you, is your dad still a part of your life?
Yes, my dad's here too.
Oh, he is
He's
here
in the
too.
green room.
Oh, okay. Hello.
Yeah, my dad's here.
How does he feel about you leaving martial arts? I mean, this is a progression, right? There's still sort of elements there,
Yeah.
but how does he feel about all of this?
My dad told me when I went into MMA 5 years ago, he's like, Valerie, you know what? You fight, and if one day WWE gives you an opportunity, you do it. And then we didn't know it would come so soon because I didn't know my last fight in November would be my last fight.
Right.
And I looked at my dad and I said, Papa, that's it. No more fighting. Now it's WWE time. And we cried, but he supported me. And he said, let's do this. And here we are.
Did you consider having one last like retirement fight, or you didn't really care to do that?
No, you know why? Because I'm turning 24 now. I feel like the time is now. You know, I'm young, I'm single, I have no family, I have no kids. And I just, you know, this is a lot of traveling, it's a lot of work. And I feel like if I work as hard as I can now in my 20s, one day I'll look back with my family, my kids, and be able to relax.
Right.
And now is the time to hustle. I got to make this happen now and do it big.
You know, you mentioned something that I do think I should highlight because you are under contract, or at least were under contract with Bellator, right? And I think it's important to know because I got a statement here. I just want to get this here real quick because this is from Scott Coker. You know Scott, right?
Yes.
Here it is. Scott, we got this statement from Scott. Valerie Loureda, I don't know if you've heard this statement or read it, is a very young and talented athlete who can accomplish plenty in MMA for years to come. But for now, we wish her the best of luck as she pursues her dream of becoming a WWE superstar. She will remain an active and under contract fighter with Bellator, and we look forward to welcoming her back to the cage in the near future. We take great pride in allowing our athletes to test themselves in additional arenas such as boxing and pro wrestling. They didn't have to let you do this, right? Like you had to get permission from them, right? That's pretty big. Like they could have stopped all of this from happening. Did you speak to them, or did your management speak to them? How did that process go? Because I could imagine there being a situation where they're like, we built her up the last couple of years and now she's just going to leave. No, maybe we don't want her to do that. How did that go?
My manager spoke to them, and honestly, I'm just so grateful that they've treated me the way that they have. And I just think they know, like, the type of girl I am, and they all know me personally. And I love Scott and I love Mike Hogan a lot, because without them I wouldn't be here today. But I think they knew it was ready for me to butterfly
Yes.
and grow, because this is gonna, trust me, this is the world's gonna see me as an entertainer now, and this is everything I'm good at once. It's not just fighting. It's not just wait till I want to fight and then I could do a little. No, this is Valerie Loureda.
Yeah.
And people are going to see it.
This feels like this is a weekly thing. You're not just going to like disappear for 3 months. This is exactly what you've wanted.
Yeah, and it's glamour, it's storytelling, it's production, it's fighting, it's impact, it's contacts. Like, this is tough. Like, we hit each other.
Yeah.
Like, this is tough. You know, this is real. And this is, for me, like, a profession. Like, I'm looking forward to just being the best in every aspect of their being. There's so many things going on all the time that you have to be so aware of, you know? You truly have to be talented to be a superstar. And my little time that I was there, I grew a lot. I didn't want to leave. And I could only imagine what I'm going to do when I move to Orlando. Because the moment I move there, I'm locked in. And I'm going to train as hard as I can until they think I'm ready for television.
I've heard those tryouts are insane. Like they try to break you so that like you don't waste their time.
Yeah.
Toughest thing you've ever been through athletically?
Yes, I was exhausted, but more like mentally.
Right.
Mental for me, like that shift from fighting to MMA, more delicate, not delicate. You know, like
Yeah.
just a lot of balance. I'm rough. I'm a rough girl. And then this is like, it's just very different. But I was able to adapt, had fun, then I, like, just started adding my touch to it. And then that's when I realized my creativity, and like I'm gonna add a new Latina, Miami, like, thing going here that's never been represented in the WWE before.
By the way, where'd you grow up in Miami?
A Street, Calle Ocho, like Westchester.
Westchester. So
Yes.
like Jorge.
Yes.
Okay.
George was my neighbor.
Come on.
Yeah.
At what age? Like when you were
Growing up, and we didn't know until later on.
Oh, really? So you didn't see him?
No.
Okay.
Until later on.
That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I mean, you're friends, right? Has he taken you under his wing as well, helped you
Yeah.
business, growth, all that stuff?
Well, when I was first considering WWE, I told him, and he was so happy. He's like, Val, go for it. Go for it. Go for it. And then I told him I'm going to represent Cuba and Miami. And he said, you were born for this. So I'm just excited, like, he sees me in this, and he knows. He knows what I'm going to do here.
By the way, do you ever go to those backyard brawls like, that he was a part of, Kimbo, all that? No, you didn't do that?
No.
You didn't watch those?
No.
I mean, weren't those common in Westchester, or you weren't hanging out?
I didn't grow up like that. I grew up doing Taekwondo, traditional martial arts, and ballerina, pointe, ballet, jazz, musicals, piano, ice skating, everything in the book because my mom was crazy.
Right. And did you try out for the Olympics? Or like, did you try to go down the path?
I went to the World Championship in Muju, Korea. I competed there.
Wow.
I lost my first fight against a Canadian girl that was 6'3", but the last kick I kicked her, I broke her rib.
Oh, damn.
Because I was always the type of person who wanted to finish a fight. I never wanted to do the point style fighting. That's what Taekwondo turned into. So that's when it wasn't like really for me anymore because I'm short and I have big thighs. Like for me, it's more hit hard and just knockout. Mm-hmm. That's how I've always thought, even in Taekwondo. So in MMA, I was like, Papa, this is easy. I'll have to do a back kick and I'll break her rib. I realized that, that was more for me than Taekwondo.
Your sisters are how old?
My sister Nati's 21. She's beautiful, and Francesca's beautiful. She's 15.
Do they want to be fighters or wrestlers or like, do they follow your same?
So we're all black belts. My
wow.
mom was pregnant with me doing her black belt test with my dad.
What?
We're all black belts.
She was pregnant?
She was pregnant.
Okay.
Doing her black belt test. So I was training before I was even born.
Okay.
But Nati is an incredible kickboxer, and I'm training her now. She's the best training partner, and also she's training with me some wrestling moves.
Okay.
Because I wanted to start learning too. Like I just wanted to just be able to train with me and stuff. And now when I moved to Orlando, we're gonna train at night. I'm gonna train her because I wanted to start amateur kickboxing, and I wanted to do a match soon.
Wow. And what about the other sister?
So Francesca's also black belt, but she's a cheerleader and she's a gymnast and she's also an actress. But maybe I could see us all one day, the Loretta sisters.
Wow.
That's my vision.
In WWE.
Maybe. If that's what they want to do.
If that's what they want, you're down for whatever. So the plan is next month you move to Orlando, full-time training at their they call it the Performance Center over there, right? And then you don't know, you just kind of let them do whatever they want. They tell you when there'll be probably NXT and then at some point the main roster.
Yeah. I just have to train and work hard.
Right.
And I have kept my weight down. Like if a fight, for fights I just get more sucked because I'm more dehydrated. By now I'm healthy, I'm not like thirsty and stuff, and I'm super close to my flyweight weight.
Right.
Because I said to myself, if WWE is giving you this opportunity and you have one time to represent Latina women, you're gonna make the most out of it. And I'm gonna look my best, I'm gonna act my best, I'm gonna train my best, and I'm in peak shape right now to just do everything they want me to do.
By the way, did you talk to Paige about wrestling? What did she tell you about it?
Paige and I trained together for a little bit. There's videos of us like
really?
each other.
Wrestling?
Yeah.
Interesting.
When we first started, I just wanted to see it. I just wanted to watch her. But she has her own journey with AEW, and she's doing amazing. I was so happy to see her perform because I saw her training it and stuff. She has her own journey, and I have mine, and she's so nice, and I'm just looking forward to what she does for her promotion.
Did you talk to AEW as well?
No.
There was no?
No.
Wow, look at your face. You just went like,
No.
You were not interested. You're Team WWE.
Team WWE all the way, and there's nothing better.
Why so serious you just got?
Because
you didn't want to play the negotiation game,
No, nothing compares to WWE. Like, it's a monster of its own, and everyone knows that.
They're going to love you.
No.
That was a great answer.
It's the truth, though.
There's no second place.
No, there's nothing.
Minor leagues.
They're global. It's a global organization. Like, even with its, like, everything, there's nothing that compares to a WrestleMania. Like, who could pull that off? Like, nobody. WWE, they're the only ones.
And multi-year deal?
I don't know.
Okay, you don't know. Can I just ask? Maybe this is a question. Abe, what's the comparison? Bellator or WWE? Who pays better?
Both are very good, depending.
Both are good. Is there like there's like certain if you hit certain things, how does that work?
With who?
With WWE, like if you get to a certain point, how does that work?
I'm not going to get into the details, but it's very good.
All right, fair enough. I have to ask these questions. Well, I'm very happy for you.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Is there anything else that you want that you kept saying, like you want the world to know who you are, you want the world to know your story? Is there anything that you feel like we need to know as you embark? And by the way, when you become a massive star, there's rumors that one of their big stars, Sasha Banks, might be leaving. I feel like you're going to be bigger than her. If I could just be honest for a second, I think you're going to be way bigger than her. You're going to take her spot. We wish her the best, but this is great timing. When you make it to WrestleMania main event, you don't big time us, all right? Don't say, oh yeah, these little guys.
You're nice to me about your articles and the headlines and stuff.
I'm always nice to everyone, but you know what happens?
nice.
Everyone becomes big time, and then they forget about the little people. All right, they're happy to come on when they're on the way up, but they forget to send the elevator back down. You don't strike me as that type of person, if I'm being honest. But what else does the world need to know? Anything that comes to mind?
I think people just need to know I'm a very humble girl that believes in being a good person and God will give back to you. And I'm from Miami, Florida. Miami, we're bred differently. And I'm going to be the first woman to represent Miami, and I want to be known as like the female Rock version. I saw what The Rock did. He went to University of Miami and everything he's done. And I think I could achieve that same star power. I believe I have it, and I believe I'm going to work very hard every single day to make that happen. But more than anything, in the WWE, I do want to headline a WrestleMania one day. I do want to be the first Cuban-American Latina woman to headline something. But I just want to inspire young girls. And I just want them to know that follow your passions. Like, forget about a stereotype or like if people look a certain way, you can't. No, forget about that. If you're passionate about yourself and about something and you believe in yourself, don't listen to anybody. Like, I had so many coaches like tell me like I'm not good enough or like that I wasn't going to win a fight or that I wasn't ready. And I just never listened to anybody. I was just always authentically myself with the way I would post, with what I would say. I would post crying, beat up, posted with my eye. I posted when I lost, like this is life, but always follow your dreams. And if I did it, a girl in Miami that came from nothing, first generation American from Calle Ocho in Miami, anyone could do it, okay? Miami, and another thing I want to say is that I'm very proud to represent Miami. I love my city and the support that I've gotten, and even with the rumors that I'm signing with the WWE, people have stopped me on the streets crying because they want a role model to show people who we are and our culture. And my favorite part of everything is having parents bring their kids to me and say, look, she works hard. You could do that too. And for me, that is what drives me every single day. I just want to be able to walk out in the WWE and see all these little girls and just Latino kids or just anyone. And just, I want them to know that anything is possible and dreams can come true.
I feel like we need a cafecito to do a little cheers here, something
but
like
we're not
that.
in Miami. If not,
we're not in Miami.
For you.
Yeah. By the way, are you going to Money in the Bank?
Yes.
You're going to Las Vegas?
I'm going to Las Vegas tomorrow.
Wow, so am I.
International Fight Week. Well, I'll see you there.
Not International Fight Week. Forget about that. You're going for Money in the Bank.
I'm going for Money in the Bank.
That's right.
And I have the suitcase there.
I have the suitcase too.
Oh.
How about that?
I like it.
They just sent this to me. I have not opened it yet. Have you opened it?
Yes.
Oh, do you know what's in it?
I don't know if I know.
I mean, maybe it's the contract, your contract. Let's see. So Money in the Bank this Saturday at MGM Grand on the Peacock Network, your
Yes.
future home.
Yes.
Right?
I love Peacock.
Oh, look at this. Wow, we've got presents here, Valerie. This is you sent this to us? You could say you.
Yes.
This is part of the. Look at this. We got
Little slides.
little slides, little flip flops. Money in the Bank. Valerie, we have some money here. Is this real? I don't know.
If it's real.
This is
I
real?
want it.
Is this real? What do you think?
No.
You might know. No, it's not real. All right, you
Not
could have
real.
played along. I mean, it's called kayfabe in the business. You know what
Look at
kayfabe
George.
is? There he is. There's the big man, Game Bread. Wait, we got other stuff. We got this. Wow, they really hooked us up here.
Oh, that's cute. A Yeti.
A Yeti. You need to
your
come by the
drinks.
studio more often, Valerie,
I
because we
know.
got presents when you come by. We got a little speaker here.
A little speaker.
What kind of theme song are we gonna have? What do you want? Yeah,
Oh, maybe like
Latina,
maybe a conga.
a conga. Okay. Yeah.
That conga. No,
Oh yeah. It has to be something like J Lois.
Yeah.
You're a very good dancer. I've seen online. And what else? We got this. I mean, this is very nice. I'm going to put this in the studio.
Yes.
We got the money here. Our friends at Peacock. So you got one of these as well. Mm-hmm. Imagine the moment when we're going to play this in a few years, when you're going to climb the ladder and get the money in the bank.
Oh my God.
And we'll say, we knew Valerie Loretta. She doesn't respond to our texts anymore. She doesn't come on the show. But we knew her and she announced. You announced this. This is not out there, right?
Oh,
You announced
is
it on
like
this
my
show?
first That's why I started crying in the beginning, because I haven't said it before.
Yeah.
I've been literally every day for the past 6 weeks. I have a countdown on my phone, like a widget on my home screen. WWE Takeover, 6 weeks, 5 weeks, 9 days. Every
Wow.
day I wake up, I want the days to pass for this moment.
What took so long to sign the deal?
Just protocol. It's just I have to trust
Negotiations.
the WWE and what they say. I didn't even know if I was gonna get a contract, but I was just waiting
really?
for this moment and just
When did you find out that you were getting it? Like that it was a done deal?
when.
What's that?
I
After
told her the day after WrestleMania, but she didn't believe it.
no, because at
What,
WrestleMania,
you've known that long?
at WrestleMania they told me, okay, and I said to James, I said, why me? So many MMA girls reaching out, why me? Because everybody was reaching out after me there. And they just told me, and I was like, okay, but I still don't believe it. I didn't believe it. I still said I'm gonna have to fight 5-6 more times and just train hard. But then I started dieting and I started training like if I have a fight. And then when I went to the tryout, after that, I think I believed it because I knew I performed to the level that I had to, you know?
Amazing. Well, I'm rooting for you. I wish you the best.
Thank you.
Congrats on the deal. Thank you for coming here and announcing it. We really appreciate it. The MMA community is behind you. Cuba's behind you.
Cuba's behind me.
Miami is
Florida,
behind you.
Miami.
305 is behind you. Florida's behind you. And I wish you nothing but the best. Sincerely, I really hope that you get to realize your dreams, not only for yourself but for your family.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that story about your mother, and I'm so happy that she is doing better and is healthy as
She's
well.
watching on YouTube right now.
Okay, hello, mama.
live.
What do you
Hi,
call it,
Mama, I
mama?
love
Muchas gracias.
Yeah, and also like mis seguidores latinos, los quiero mucho y acabo de hacer algo muy grande para Cuba y para Miami, Florida. Y esto va a cambiar la vida de nosotros, ganamos y voy a cambiar el mundo.
I think you said like you're doing this for.
I said, this is a big win for us and I'm going to change our world.
Amen. Me gusta bailar and cantar.
Me encanta.
Yes, something like
Yes.
that. Yeah. I saw the movie one time with my daughter. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it, Valerie. You guys are awesome. Thank you for coming by. They're just gonna walk you out here. We
Yes.
just keep it going. There's Joe, our
Okay.
guy. Good luck to you. Okay, make it happen.
One more
We're gonna
hug.
hug again. Oh
Yes.
wow, this is great. Thank you so much for doing this. I really
See you
appreciate it.
soon.
I will see you soon. See you at WrestleMania next year, headlining. Yes, take them. There she is, Valerie Loretta, the newest member of the WWE roster. Abe, you're the man. Thank you, Greg. Thank you, everyone. I appreciate you guys very much. And a beautiful moment there